MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGamer.com, here with Gaz.
Hello.
We're going to paint some Ravaged models. Gaz, you got the Gork Hog?
I do. I have my Gork dog, as we've aptly named it. Nicknamed it.
Nicknamed it, yes. A Flesh Seeker, but Gork Dog.
Flesh Seeker, Gork Dog.
I have some Amari. So I got the Dwarves. So here's a mech. Okay, this is a Diplomat. And then I got a Herald. So I'm going to be painting up the Herald here because I love standard bearers, right? So this is just a hangout, sit and paint and discuss, leave comments. We're going to be talking about some things, talking about some minis, talking about some paints. We don't normally engage in the hobby in terms of making content online too much at all. It's mostly on Instagram if we do that stuff, not so much on YouTube, but this is a fun new thing that we're thinking about doing more of because it's just a matter of engaging in the hobby. There's no expectations, there's no pressure or stress. Hobbying is a wonderful experience, or certainly can be, and that has been rediscovered, for me anyway. I can only speak personally. Going to UK Games Expo and know by meeting with Byron from Artist Opus specifically, which by the way, this is not a sponsored video. This is just, thank you Byron for giving these dry brushing brushes, which is the D series. I can't help but think
I'm sorry. All I'm trying to do right now is find a brown.
Find a brown, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that's exactly so there's browns over there, so you look at the top.
You said this
right
earlier,
there. There's two browns right there.
No, they're contrast. That's
no.
That's gold.
That's not gold. That's not brown, nor it's contrast. So that's gold. I wasn't pointing at that. I was pointing at this one right there.
Which one? This one?
It's a lighter brown, so you can keep that. You can add some black to it.
What does that say?
That says Zandri Dust, which I'm going to actually need as well. So if you don't mind, can you?
No, I need it.
Oh, now you need it. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes.
And so painting with a buddy is like way better than. Well, it can
painting
be
by
good.
yourself.
It can be good depending on who the buddy is, right?
Yeah, it depends on the company.
Depending on if they know how to get their own brown paint or not.
Well, no, show me a brown paint. It's vexing.
I did. This is a brown paint.
That's not the brown I want. I want more of a leathery brown.
Leathery
brown. Zandri Dust.
Yes. Okay. You know what? I mean, there's also the option of like the snake bite leather contrast, and you just zenithal dry brush the gray and white underneath it before you do that. There's an option there. I don't know what I'm talking about though. I'm not a painter proper. I'm just a dude who paints.
However,
so if you want to do that, cool. Maybe we'll ask Byron. What does he say about that? He can say.
I have no idea what Byron said about that. He'd probably say, sort your act out and find some brown.
You can dry brush with anything. You can dry brush with a contrast paint.
I'm actually really interested to paint one of the smaller models from the second wave.
The second wave?
The new line of miniatures. Second wave, I don't know. Terminology aside, it's one of the newer models. And it's one of the smaller models as well, because I've painted a few of like the mid to larger models.
I love this one.
I love that one, yeah. But I've painted a few of them, so I actually want to kind of sink my teeth or my claws into one of the smaller ones.
Both work.
Yeah, but I will actually, unfortunately, need your help.
There you go, Baneblade Brown. That's a brown. Legit brown paint, there you go.
Thank you. Colour schemes, because the brown's going to be for various parts, and I asked you this previously about a colour scheme, and you were little to no help. So I'm hoping now.
Like, what do I know about? I just do.
I'm hoping now that in front of a lens that you will be a bit more helpful than you have previously been, because you've been absolute baggage. And
yes, that's what it is.
So please, just
okay. I'll tell you what.
I'm asking your advice as a friend.
Okay. Here's what I would give, and that's all it is. It's just personal suggestion.
Colours. I just want colours.
Okay. Now. So you want me
just colours
to think for you.
The next words need to be colour oriented.
Red.
Red. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
White and blue. Make that a World Eater's color scheme on there and put some technical blood for the blood god paint on it. That's what I would do.
Red, white, and blue. I'm going to turn it into a nation's flag. Like, watch it. It's like,
that's where your mind went. That's not where my mind went.
Red, white, and blue. So, okay, so if you were to advise me, what would you do red, what would you do white, and what would you do blue? Okay,
so first off, I would do the underbelly a different color than the carapace part up top. Right?
Really? Honestly, is that what you do? What colour? So I'm trying to ask you, dude. Like, I'm not that bad. Blue underneath, okay, yeah.
No, blue up top.
Blue up top, so blue on the armour and
the armoured panel bits.
Stuff, yeah?
On the chitin, yes.
Chitin.
Yes, or underneath it, do more of the red.
Yeah.
More of a fleshly, squishy.
Say pitta. Sorry.
Say pitta?
Pita.
You mean pita?
So blue underneath, and then what's on top?
There's a lot of undue pressure. Why do I got to decide all this stuff?
Because you're.
What do you want?
As a friend.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Let's do it red. do the top red then.
Okay, so blue underneath, red on top, and where does the white come into it? Just
Oh, it's like the bones, the spiky bones.
The spiky bones,
oh, yeah.
the dry
teeth.
brushing.
Yeah, the teeth.
You know, as much as I like to take the mick out of you, you are actually...
Take the mick out of me.
Yeah, but you are actually becoming really good at dry brushing, and the techniques you've been shown, at some stage, can you show me...
credit to Byron for that, I don't...
Without humility or without anything, I just want you to say, right guys, do this.
Okay, all right.
That's all I would like
this
you
is what you need to do.
Should we paint?
Okay. So...
Not yet, because I need to put the layers on first, okay?
The layers?
Yeah.
All right, why won't you dry brush the first layer on?
No, I want to dry brush over a layer. I know you go straight for dry brushing, and it's a fantastic technique, and it looks very...
You literally just said, okay, show me, teach me, and I am. You're like, no, I'm going to do this.
No, when I need it.
What do you want me to do? This is the best. I love this. Even if we get no painting
glad
done,
you love it.
This is so good.
I want to paint.
That's why I love painting. So do I want to paint.
I want to paint. Are you going to do the... put it on your
okay,
hand?
Okay, yeah, that is something that's...
This is something we've been speaking about, yeah.
Okay, so 16 years ago, first introduced to like miniature painting and like doing stuff. Never in my life have I seen like on the thumb, like getting rid of excess paint on the thumb. And so, what is this?
So,
right?
You know,
like, and it's not just...
so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start doing it on my face.
You should.
Shall I? This whole entire video, I'll just like have a line of paint.
Yeah, this will be your face at the end.
What, flat?
I mean,
featureless
your
and just a mess.
It's your own description of it. Okay, so dry brush there. Also, you know what? I will say this too. See this? I got this from the dollar store. This was like a pack of 5. Okay?
Can I be bold enough to say you can tell?
Yeah, you can tell, right? Like,
no, I'm joking. No, they're great for dry brushing, but I think I prefer the D series in this respect.
The D series is a okay, so
I do have a question actually, and I've seen many people do this. So you kind of like, you know, you don't paint straight from pot. I'm not a painter. I'm literally 3 colours done. I prefer to game. So when you actually paint, you put some on there, and then you get a bit of water, and you kind of like mix it in, yeah.
So this would probably work best if I showed here, because visual showing is like the majority of it, and anything I would say just adds to that.
Okay, do that. I'm all up for that concept, but please just do it quickly.
Do it quickly.
I don't need a 25-minute tutorial.
Okay, fine,
yeah, give me 3 seconds showdown.
You want something here? Okay,
yeah,
so I'm gonna do the banner. Okay, let's do the banner. So first off, choose your colors beforehand. Okay, whatever that's gonna be. In this case, it's gonna be this. It'll be this brown, whatever this Dandry dust. Actually, no. Baneblade brown. I'm gonna take yours. Okay, yeah, I'm doing what you want me to do here. So I'm gonna start with the brown, and then I'm gonna add Fiston red, and then Wild Rider red, which is kind of like an orange, and then this Phalanx yellow. So basically, it's brown, red, orange, and yellow, right?
Dude, that's great. I love that. It's a fantastic colour
scheme.
Now,
I'm gonna start with the first one.
No, I don't want you to show me how to dry brush. I want you to show me taking paint from a pot and mixing it with water, and you know. A very simplistic way of painting, because I don't think I've got the technical savvy for this sort of thing.
So this here, this is like a dry brushing. This is like this here, which comes in this like D series or Series D paintbrush set. This is what gets the brush wet. Okay.
We are not good. We are not going to be technical about this. This is just layman's terms.
Honestly, everything I do when I paint, I'm just making it up as I go along.
I think it's safe to say
that's what it is.
I think this is safe to say it's like the everyday man perspective on painting.
I mean, even that's a far stretch.
That's a far stretch. Yeah.
Everyday man. Like,
yeah, true.
Yeah, it's just paint.
Correct yourself. Everyday person, not man.
I will say this, okay? Ryan. It was Ryan who taught me something very important. Okay. And this happened a number of months ago, where I brought a Ravaged Star box home, okay, a sample from the factory. I just want to look at the models and see if everything was fine. Yep. Put it on the dining room table, okay, and he comes out, Morgan comes out, Dana comes out, the kids come out, they're like, hey, Dad, can we paint these minis? Hey, Dad, can we paint these minis? So that was a question that hadn't been asked in a very long time in the house. So because I hadn't had the habit of actually hobbying at this point in time, because there's gaming and hobbying and there's ebbs and flows and whatever, it had been a number of years since we engaged in the hobby that way. And so I thought, okay, well, yeah, the answer is yes. Obviously, I want to try to do everything I can to make that a thing that happens in the house. And so we crack them open, start painting. Haven't painted in years, really rusty, really don't feel like I know anything about painting at all. So kind of overwhelming. There's so many different techniques, so many different paints, so many different brushes. How do we actually jump into this thing where there's a million options? What was the first thing? Contrast paints. Why? GW's done a really good job advertising that. There's many content creators that use it. There's methods that show off the contrast, like the slap chop method, the zenithal highlighting underneath method. So the prime black, do a gray-white coat over top. You can dry brush it, or you can like airbrush it, or you can spray paint it, whatever it is. It becomes white, and then you add the contrast over top. That's one method.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what got us back into painting, because it was basically like, I mean, like a decade ago or more than a decade ago, there was like the Devlin mud days, where you can paint something and then you apply the Devlin mud wash and you brought out all the detail and it was like liquid talent, okay? Nowadays, where it's like, that's still a thing, but it's so commonplace, it's so common knowledge that it no longer is common knowledge, because if you're brand new, you don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
I'm really rambling right now.
You are
Okay,
extremely
so,
rambling. Go back to
getting back to this, right?
Yeah.
So I was painting a mini, you know, and here I am thinking, okay, I got to paint within the lines. I
I
got
am
to choose the
listening
right
to you, by the way,
colors.
even though I'm not like looking at you. I'm just.
That's fine. Yeah, I am not offended by your lack of eye contact.
Yes, you
that's
are.
fine.
Yes,
you
you are.
do different
Yes, you
things
are.
on that side of the pond, and I don't judge you for it. And
We're painting.
I love the tone.
I can't just do
changes.
this.
You can't, or you
No,
won't.
I can't. No, I can't.
So
And I wouldn't.
So painting a mini, okay, Ryan's painting minis beside me, okay. I finish half of a mini, of one miniature I finish. I'm like, okay, oh, that's not bad, as in the lines there. Hey, Ryan. I look at Ryan's stuff, he's painted 10 miniatures, 10. And so he was doing this thing where it was like brush and pot, apply, brush and pot, apply, boom, 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 boom. So he was doing this fearless painting thing where he didn't care about keeping it in the lines. He didn't care about any sort of like matching colors, and they have to do things, and there's got to be complementary, like contrast things, whatever, blah, 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 technical, whatever.
Yep.
He just free-flowed, applied pigment to plastic. And I saw the enjoyment on his face.
Pigment to plastic.
I saw the enjoyment on his face, okay? And it was like, Dad, these are now the suits of blood, right? Paint all these like blood, abomination things, and I'm like, that is so much fun, man. You are inspiring me to get back into the hobby when it's like, how often is it, man, I want to get my kids into this stuff, and right? But it was actually the reverse, right? Or you put it on your face, okay, very nice, right? And so, okay, fearless painting.
Yeah.
Just paint. Just paint. Like, is there a right or wrong to painting? Only what we think is right or wrong to
Yeah,
painting.
it's what you like. It's
what
what
you like.
you visually like, and I think that's great.
That's great.
Not having that
Expectation.
of what you need to achieve. It's more of a case of what you want to achieve.
Right.
What
What if you just want to achieve the feeling, the tactile sensation of just going like this? That's all you need. Then cool, you can get that experience just by doing this.
It's very heavy. I mean, I agree with that statement to an extent.
Right? Because there's like instant satisfaction, almost instant satisfaction, and feeling of accomplishment when you make this go from this to this. There's literal change in front of you. So it does things to your brain, man. Okay? I don't know how to explain it fully. All I know is that it feels good.
Yeah, that is a very, very unique perspective. I mean, from me, I just want to get this thing painted so I can play with it.
But this is me playing with it, though.
Yeah.
You go do it again. Yeah, just paint the tear while you're at it.
Short fancy, you would have told me by now.
Potluck.
It's potluck, yeah.
Phrasing of things. What does that even mean? It's potluck.
It just means that you're lucky right now, because if you had a constructive answer, you would have told me. You wouldn't hesitate.
I'm trying to paint my mini. Distract me.
I'm just trying to paint here. You're bringing me down.
I think the best part about painting, especially when you're painting with someone, is that like you just paint, right? Like there's no right or wrong.
Hang on, wait. So the best part about painting with somebody is the fact that you paint. Well, yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to do red. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do blue. I'm changing my mind halfway through. Do you mind passing me some of that stuff?
Do I have, no,
eventually
it's
need
not. That's nice. I need it.
I said I'm eventually, not right now. Can you pass me that thing, please?
Which
whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah. I need multiples from it.
God, come on, dude.
Thank you so
Catch
much.
it.
Okay, so there we go. So we got the dark blue, the Craig blue. Okay, we got some Techless blue. There's so many different options. Like, what do we got some sort of.
See, do you know what I enjoy about painting with a friend?
What's that?
Is that it makes this task easier. To me, I know people hobby for whatever reason, and painting for me is not really one of them. So if I can kind of share the emotional load with you or a friend, then I will graciously accept that with both arms open.
I love that, the emotional load.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, again, some people are different. Allow me to express myself. Allow me to be an individual. Stop trying to change me.
Am I stopping you? Am I doing anything to? What am I actually doing? What am I actually doing here?
As per usual, not a lot. Okay, I actually need your opinion right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know. As soon as I give it, you're like, don't give me your opinion.
Yeah, because I haven't asked for it. So now I'm asking for your honest opinion right now.
Okay, honest opinion. Right.
So I've completed my, what did you call it earlier? Overbrushing. Well, this is a bit more than overbrushing, but not as much as layering. Basically, it's just lazy painting. But I've kind of done the underbelly.
Okay.
Right, and obviously there's bits left out, but then I want to dry brush that and build up some layers like you do.
Layers like you do, okay.
Okay,
right.
so
what's the question? I don't hear a question.
Does that look all right? Does that look good? Be honest, if it looks...
What if I don't want to be honest? What if I want to say something that isn't honest? How would you know?
I wouldn't.
See, now it's like no matter what I say, and I love to be honest. It's like, if it doesn't sound good, I guess that means it's being honest, right? You know what? You really could improve this there. Oh, thank you for the honest response, right? If I say, guys, that looks really good, you're like, no, be honest. There's no right, there's only one answer you're looking for.
Don't be too honest then, okay?
Don't be too honest.
No, don't be too honest.
I haven't even looked at it.
Okay, well, look at it.
And who am I to judge your paint job? So, okay.
You're my friend who I'm painting with, so please just say yes or no. Say, is that good or not? Will that suffice? Will that do?
It's a good first layer.
That's all I needed.
Okay.
That's all
you know what? You doing that, excellent. Do more. You doing that next to me makes me happy. What? That's not an honest answer?
You need this, don't you? You said you
eventually.
needed some too.
Not right now.
Why are you hogging all the blue? Give some over here.
Do you need some?
I will do, not yet.
Okay, not yet, yeah. No, just the idea.
Where's all the reds? Come on, you're like the red
one.
king. Well, you're not the red king.
Red. We have some technical paints, which, you know, when it says technical on it, what does that actually mean? It's probably a different viscosity, different type of...
Different what?
Different thickness. Like, what do you mean different what?
No, say the word
viscosity.
Ooh, look at you.
Look at me saying a word
Walking
that I heard a painter say once upon a time.
Did you?
To make myself feel smart. Yeah, that's what that word is.
I do that all the time. Yeah, I need a red. What red do you think would go well with this blue? Maybe like a deeper, richer red? Why are you laughing at me? Do you know what? I'll give up. I didn't want to do this. Do you want to paint? Okay.
You know what? If you don't want to paint, then you shouldn't paint.
I do want to paint actually because I want to see how this turns out now.
Instantly change your mind. You should paint then if you want.
And plus, I need to solidify a colour scheme for my Gorkog.
Is it a need?
Yes, it is a need.
Okay.
It is a need because I want to play with them but have like a unified look to my force.
Right.
So I need, this is the testing stages.
That's the ask.
So what red would you say to do the armour plates with?
I would do multiple colors there. So when you say what red, I would start with a dark brown and dry brush it.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. And then I would go...
What's the one thing we don't have? A dark brown. So next.
Right there.
That's not a dark brown.
Add some black.
That's not black, that's Bane black.
Add some black to that, it becomes a dark brown.
Add some black?
Sure.
You are really overestimating my skill set right now.
It's not hard. Here, look. This is what I would do. So I would put like this end, first off, I'd shake it up, right? Close, shake. 8 seconds, because Corn wants it. That's how long you shake it for, okay?
Do we have any black?
Well, if we don't, we can get some, because it exists somewhere in this universe.
In this building.
So I like to put this end of the brush in, not the bristle end. So I put this end in.
Actually, I've seen you do this a few times now. You do this kind of like chef signature swirl on it.
And then it's like you put like this little strip across on the board, right? And why do you do the strip? You'll see in a minute, right? So it's not like, you're not dirtying up like...
I love the way you're pretending to know what you're doing. Because you're convincing me right now, so...
Is it? Okay.
That's a lot of paint, and then you spread it out.
Is it a lot?
Well, it seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot, right? Okay, so you have some paper towel here, which is useful, right? Which you don't want to actually take off your paint if you're dry brushing, because then you take away the water and the pigment remains, and you can get chalky results on your model. You still want a little bit of water
of moisture.
Yeah, but then again, this is just my opinion, regurgitated from the opinions of others. What do I actually know about painting?
A lot more than me right now.
I'm pretending to know what I'm saying by saying, because you want me to sound like I know what I'm saying. Do this. This is the only way of doing this, guy.
Too many words.
Okay, so too many words. All right, so here we go. We got snake bite leather, which is contrast paint, which is what we don't want. We need a solid color here. Out of all the paints, you would think that there would be some sort of color that we could actually use here. There isn't even a solid black we could use to mix with the color that we just put on here. However...
So this is a wasted endeavor?
It's not a wasted endeavor. Look. Okay,
do you have dark purple?
Dark purple. See, I like the Sean's idea of dark purple.
Why have you got like 4 the same paints?
There we go. Nagroth Night. So I would do this. This is a good thing. Why purple? Because purple actually works as well for the undercolor of a red. That would be dry brushed over top.
Okay.
8 seconds.
Okay. I'm on board. I'm not saying anything. I'm on board with what you're saying right now.
I don't mean for this to take forever, but look at this. Okay, so again, this end of the brush.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go like this in a line. Why the line? You'll see in a second. Okay, we go like this. Okay.
Is this fashion now within the painting world to do all this like?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I'm just making it up as I'm going, right?
It's good.
Okay, close this and to prevent accidents, make sure everything's closed. Here, let's use a different brush. Let's use a...
In fact, speaking of that, I actually knocked over once a pot of null oil on a white carpet. It was not a good day.
It sounded like
I can tell you now, my friend, it was not...
To be there to watch that.
Oh, you would have laughed hysterically at me.
Might have
but it was not a good day.
So let's use this, okay? This
is a
throwaway brush that we're just gonna like experiment with, okay? When we do what we want to do, we use the brushes we care more about, right? This is why I'm putting this brush down here, and then we use a dollar store brush as experimentation. You get a little bit there, and you get a little bit there, and then you go in a circle and you mix the two, okay? So it's a little bit lighter than the dark, and it's so dark, in fact, that when you put it on there, you barely see it, but you'll see it just enough. So you go in a circle, and then you go in a circle here, okay, and you kind of go around and around and around and around. Why do you go in circles? To get an even distribution of the brushes there. You go top down so you don't get it close to the fennel, even though this doesn't matter because there's plastic in front of the dollar store.
Okay.
Okay, so now what you do is this. I'm not going to do it on that because
don't
that's
touch my mini. I'm joking, please do it for me.
So this here, I'm going to grab something else, okay? Here's my experimental model that I'll just show you on. In fact, here's another Gork dog. I'll use that one.
Do you get your
There's more downstairs. You can have another one. Okay, so I just want to show you right beside you. So this was actually interesting when I saw Byron do this, because normally when I dry brush stuff, it'd be like whatever, right? It'd be just kind of like getting it in there.
Just put the brush on the model.
So he was going like this. He was like, it was like at this arm motion, which felt counterintuitive, but the end result was better because it was an even distribution of color that was being...
You got 10 seconds.
I got 10 seconds for what? To do what? Okay,
4,
get a little bit more.
3,
right? And then you got to put on the
2,
thumb there. Okay.
1.
Thumb, and then here. Okay, there you go. Right? A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And like I said, you barely see it, but you see it just enough that when you put the color on top of it...
Ah, stop. I see.
Did you see it now?
Ah, it's like a purpley tinge. Yes, I do
tinge.
see. Okay, so
just enough.
Can you do that, whatever this kind of train track, different colour lines here?
Of course I can, but you can too. You saw how I did. You visually saw it. So why aren't you doing it with me alongside me? You could just do it, right? Get the paints.
I have nothing.
Yeah, you got nothing, right? So
can I do it on that?
Yeah, of course you can. But that's what this palette's for. Which, by the way, this is a dollar store like cutting board, which it's much better than paper towel for the purposes of dry brushing.
Okay, so I will get the end, this end, and just scoop it out.
Yeah, do whatever you need to put it on. Yeah, you can even like dip it right inside. It doesn't even have to be out of that little lip that comes in the paint pot.
All right, and then you're just doing this. See, I know what I'm doing.
So now, if we were to be using another paint range, where it has like the spout where you can squeeze in, it comes in nice.
Oh yeah, the bottles.
Yeah, you can do that, and that's kind of fun.
Hang on, using one of those bottles, you just go.
Yeah, you just, nice straight line goes across.
Hang a bit.
So, now that that's a thing.
Nagroth Knights. So, for the mixing, no, you just use that brush because it was a test brush, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, I can mix with these brushes? Or would you advise mixing with a different brush?
I mean, I mix with the brush that I'm painting with because I only put a little bit on the end of it. You only need a little bit.
Yeah, but true, you do a lot of things I don't agree with, so.
So it's entirely up to you, right?
What size brush, by the way? I've got the smallest one in my hands.
Depends on the size of the Mini. Like, I would honestly go a little bit higher, a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Because first off, there's more satisfaction with doing dry brushing when you got more bristles to dry brush. For some reason. Like this thing, this to me would be so satisfying, dry brushing, because it's the right size. You can use a brush that has a significant amount of bristles and you can like see immediate change in front of you. So satisfying. It's like the best thing ever.
Do I need to clean this one?
Are you using a similar color with it? Because if you are, you don't need to necessarily...
I'm using that colour, that thing, that mixture you just showed me then.
It's a darker color? I wouldn't.
No, cool.
It's not, that's just me, right? Like, there
Okay,
might be
so
some people screaming at the screen and be like, of course you clean it. Like,
so top down, yeah? Top down?
Yeah.
Down there. And then a bit more. And then circles.
Yeah, circles. Right, there's also like some dabbing.
Dabbing.
So you dab to get rid of like the excess, and then you kind of go in circles to like... Now the circle thing, I don't know. I wasn't taught that, I don't think. I didn't show that. It's just what I do.
This is good stuff. No, dude,
right?
honestly, I'm asking you. I'm listening to, like, hanging every word you say because I don't know, and you do. So, I mean, you painted the... no, it wasn't the Mindstalker. It was the other gore copy the other day. Yeah, that was really good. To the point where I questioned it wasn't you until I actually physically saw you doing it. I was like, damn, it's him. Okay.
Well, thank you for saying that. That honestly, one of the best things about painting is this. Yeah. Gaz, that's an awesome paint job. Keep on going. No, don't give me that face. No, are you a unique snowflake human where that has no effect on you? That's positive encouragement. So it's like, when I get that, that makes me feel good. When you get that, if that doesn't make you feel good, what does make you feel good? That looks rubbish. You should use a different color. If that makes you feel good, then I will say that all day long so that you get paint on there.
You sound so disingenuous right now.
I sound disingenuous?
Sounds like you're almost mocking me.
Oh, mocking you, am I?
Do you know what? You're in timeout for 5 minutes.
Timeout for 5 minutes?
Time
oh, well done. 10 points to Gryffindor.
Don't 10 points to Gryffindor me. Don't use my own horse against me.
My own horse?
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
No. 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
You can sit there and contemplate how you've treated me.
I'm going to forget what you said in 10 seconds.
Forget what I said. It's actually working.
Yeah, you can see the purple in there.
But
right?
is it too... I can't tell. I can actually tell. No, it's actually raised on the edges.
Yep.
And it's not too full.
It's not too full.
No?
Yeah.
So is this actually...
That's how it is, right? Because you see a little
yeah?
bit of the black still from the base coat. You see a little bit of that dark purple that you're applying right now. And then what you can do is the next color that you want to go over top of that, which is probably going to be a red.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this Mephiston red. I would do a mixture of the color that you're using right now and the red. And that's the next dry brush layer that you add.
Whoa. Hang on a minute. So what you're saying is I've got to keep the colour that I've mixed consistency.
Whatever. You don't have to be consistent.
No, a mixture. Okay.
Yeah, you can be if you care to be, but honestly,
it doesn't. Yeah.
Do you need to be exact with it? Like, tell me.
You're instructing me right now, mate. So you tell me.
That's to me. It's like you just go with the flow of painting.
Yeah, you go with the flow in times of
if you want,
permissible.
It is permissible to paint and for there to be no rule when there's painting, right? Create whatever rule you want because there's utility in rules sometimes, right? There's framework that allows you to accomplish things. So if the rule is the game of miniature painting, let's make our own rules, okay? Let's say we want to dry brush it. That's the game. It's a game of dry brushing. What's the objective?
A game of dry brushing.
The objective is to add 8 colors to that, 8 layers.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, too many. Okay, make it 4. Doesn't matter. And what are the steps? Apply each color. We know the method of applying the pigment to the paint brush, right? And we just add it. We allow a little bit of the color underneath the show. And when we're done, we're done.
It's a bit too late now, but there's enough black showing through there.
I love it. I love the question. Is there enough black showing through there? Can you see black through there?
Yes.
Yes. How do you feel about the amount of black that you're seeing on there? Because whatever I say is subjective.
No. On the wrong dude. To me, I'm happy. Okay, I actually want to make some
Honestly,
stuff.
if that makes you happy and miniature painting doesn't do anything for you,
Oh, it does. It does.
then why paint?
No,
right?
No. On a
Nothing
serious
saying
note,
you
it does.
have to paint.
On a serious note, it does. I'm actually just going to do
Okay.
that mixed together. Thank you. So, cleaning these brushes.
Yes.
I've watched you do this kind of with this. Is it so? It smells quite nice.
Brush soap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That smells really nice.
As it should. It's soap.
Can I use it as soap?
I mean, you
A
can do
very
whatever you-
expensive soap.
I'm not going to try to stop you doing anything.
It smells really good. So what would you do? Just like kind of like dab in water, but not compromise the bristles by like doing what you usually do. So just a bit of water.
So here's the deal. With proper cleaning, I don't know.
You know more than me right now, so...
I just do. So like I haven't been instructed on how to properly clean a brush.
I know.
In order to make it...
I'm just asking you as a friend, what would you do?
Yeah, okay, so what I would do is, here, let's clean a brush together. So here's the soap, okay?
Smell it. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice, I like it. Okay, you know what, this one needs to be cleaned anyway, so. Here,
It's an understatement.
okay, so you add a bit of water to that, okay? And
Get the water off.
Here you kind of go like that, you go around in a circle a little bit, right? You kind of twist it around, maybe add a little bit more water, right? You get it in there and you kind of go like that, right? So you allow the soap to like work. Okay, you allow the soap to like do its thing, you add a little bit more water. Now again, this is an instruction on how to do the best method. I don't know, I'm just doing, I'm experimenting.
Dude, you just showed me.
Just showing you, right? So I go like that. But the thing is, you get like this residue, this leftover like
Yeah,
color
around the
on
edges
top.
and stuff, yeah.
And so what I do with my board here, which is the utility in this board, is I actually get rid of the excess soap here. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
go around in circles a little bit, right? It's not like this is a really fine-tuned sable brush that is like you got to be careful and delicate with this. Like this feels more robust than that. It feels like you can work it a little bit.
Yeah, it does seem. It does seem robust. It doesn't feel like it's going to kind of like blow away with the wind like your hair. I'm joking. You have a full luscious head full of hair. I love it. Jealous of your hair. I'm very jealous of your hair.
You know, if we want to objectify our bodies, then that's a whole different conversation. Okay, so like the cartoon.
Don't stop.
The cartoon
Don't
comic
stop.
book shoulders of whatever power lifter I'm sitting next to. We could go down this route.
There's two things I lift. Okay, normally it's this. Cheers.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Normally it's my hand from a Dorito bag. So to get rid of all this stuff, would you literally just kind of just like?
Yeah, I'd give it wet again.
Would you manipulate it down and just try and course it to the bottom here? Would I be wrong in doing this? Dabbing
Why
it.
are you asking me these questions?
Because
the answer's so subjective.
No, my luck, I'll probably.
No.
Yes. No, because no, my luck, I'll probably compromise the texture of the soap with like this hard abrasive paper or whatever.
I love how the misfortune is immediately met with laughter and
Course it
mockery.
is.
I love it.
Yeah,
Right? It's the best.
Why would I not?
Why would you not?
Yeah.
Okay, now there's like we totally lucked out here. There should have been like some sort of paint splatter.
There is, you just haven't seen it yet. And then when I clock it before you do, I'm not going to tell you it's there and let you walk around all day with foam on you.
I see nothing. I see nothing. I don't think it's here. I think you're making stuff up. Okay? What's happening?
In another universe it can happen.
Another.
Something you'd say.
In another verse, I'd say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. In another universe, this would happen.
I would never say that in this universe.
You were doing that, actually. Do you know, we were painting at yours, and you were doing that, and it was going everywhere. It was like a car wash.
Was it?
You were just like this, you're like, it's going everywhere. I was like, dude, you got out my phone at one point. I was like, mate, come on. Play the game, my friend. Like this, furiously, like...
Play the game.
Yeah, there's droplets going everywhere. It's all going wrong.
Okay, now to actually do more of what I want to do here and not be distracted by people who want to clean their brushes.
Just asked you a simple question. I asked a friend for some help, and this is what I'm met with.
You're met with help.
No.
Are you accepting the help you're getting, or are you wanting different help?
Well, beggars can't be choosers, and right now there's me and you in here.
You know what? Whatever paint you added next to the blue looks like a bruise.
Do you know what? That's how I feel.
Feel bruised?
Yeah. I'm going to see you downstairs in a minute.
Why?
You know, might get a different perspective from this. Let's go see if Josh is around. Josh wouldn't be like this to me.
So to be honest, I would actually ask Jeremy, who paints.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So Jeremy, like everyone paints in the building, right?
Yep.
But Jeremy paints all the time, right? So it's like, if I were to, he'd be the #1 person I'd ask.
Yeah, definitely. He should be painted the Damned.
He painted the Damned.
That was really good. I was not expecting that either. You know, when I came over and I was like, oh, guys, look at this. I was like, where did this come from? You know,
Surprise.
Surprise!
Okay, so we're doing this. Guys, how old were you when you started painting minis?
Properly.
Yeah.
I can recall my first attempt at painting a mini.
First attempt, I love it. Okay, so.
I think I was like 10 or 11.
Yeah, I thought
and it
so.
was a metal model. It was actually like, I think it was like second ed, a plague marine. Do you remember the old kind of...
Yeah?
Yeah.
The bloat and the
yes, the plague knife and the bolt pistol, bolt gun. And I had no idea of how to paint. Obviously, you know, you looked at pictures in White Dwarf back then and you were like, wow. And then I literally took the paint straight to the metal. No prime, no undercoat, no nothing, because I didn't know any better. Okay. It was horrendous. It was absolutely disgraceful. But that was my first attempt at painting. And then, you know, when I got some education within the gaming sphere, then, you know, I started to pick up these techniques and watch people become really, really good and, you know, educate us in a way. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. So 10 years old.
10, 11, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so you've been painting way longer than me.
What are you trying to get at here? What are you trying to get at?
The fact of the matter is...
Don't fact of the matter me. What are you trying to get at?
The fact of the matter is you have, I'm guessing that you have relevant experience. So, for instance, well, tell me something about painting. Because how you feel is how I feel. What, right? Like...
Okay, I enjoy creating something that I visually like to display on a tabletop.
Okay. Why?
Because it's a sense of achievement.
It's a sense of achievement?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's an army that I've painted, and I've really, really messed this up. Sorry. Yeah, it's just a sense... I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, it's so enjoying and it's like the spiritual experience. No, it's just... you know,
you get so extreme.
It's so holistic. No, it's...
Hey, what if it can be that for you, though? What if you get into, like, the Zen zone and that is... What's wrong with that?
Because this is a chore for me. I like gaming. I like rolling dice.
Right.
I love reading lore.
Yeah.
So I enjoy many aspects of the hobby, even though I only just main 2.
Right.
Painting, for me, is just not one of them. So it's a chore. It has to be done, you know.
Interesting.
It has to be done, even though I was actually looking at, you know, obviously, I'm just going to mention them because this is what I did. I was looking at C Studios the other day. I was like, oh, they look really good.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I was actually looking. That's about as far as it went. I might actually pursue that because, for me, and time as well. You know, as perceived adults, even though we're just giant children, you know, time is a huge factor in how much we hobby. Now, do I want to spend? How long does it take? It can take me half an hour to paint a miniature to a standard that I like, but some people it takes hours. What would I prefer to do? Game or paint? With the limited time I have.
You tell me.
Game.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
You know, how about you?
Depends.
Time's a flat circle.
I want to do it all the time.
We play and call it work. So what would you like to? How do you like to spend your time hobbying? Is it painting? Is it a mixture?
It's a mixture.
Yeah, it's like an even spread.
It's an even yeah.
Yeah.
Now it is. Before it was mostly gaming. Now it's like a mixture.
Yeah.
So I've rediscovered the enjoyment of the hobby.
You have.
Because now it's like my mind defaults to that, right? Whereas before it's like, okay, game. All right. Corn Berserkers. What do you want to do? 2,000 points. Let's do it. So before that'd be the brain. Now it's like, paint. What red? Okay, red and gold. White and blue. World Leaders color scheme. So that's where the brain goes also, which is great because I just unlocked this like whole new expansion to the enjoyment of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because there's the hobbying and the playing. So yeah. Awesome.
I've noticed, every time we, have one of our little mini chats or whatever, that now more frequently you are painting.
I can't help it.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's
yeah,
good.
it's I want to do
thing.
it.
Yeah, no, it's a good. I think it's a great thing.
I gotta like control myself. I gotta stop doing it now. It's like, okay, I'm gonna paint a little later. I gotta get this stuff done, and then like it goes back to painting. So, yeah, unlocked this enjoyment.
Okay, so I don't want to kind of tether your experience or make you recall any bad experiences, but have you had an experience that really stands out where you've just looked in your model and gone, shh?
Like I messed it up?
Yeah, like you've royally, beyond any form of salvage, messed up your model.
Well, yeah, of course.
Explain, do tell, and don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, okay?
Just look at Deffy.
I love Deffy. Don't bring Deffy into this. That thing's iconic.
Yeah, like
what's wrong with Deffy?
I love it. The answer isn't good, right?
Because no, it's not
Deffy.
good.
Yeah. You asked me that question. If I ever felt that way,
don't bring Deffy into this.
Look at Deffy.
Yeah,
okay? Look at the paint job.
Talk about another model. Don't bring Deffy into this, okay?
So my Chaos Defiler.
It's the same thing.
Deffy.
No.
The paint job on him, which I did 15 years ago or whatever it was, right?
You can tell.
Exactly.
Yes. I thought, no, you can't bring, no. Okay.
So that's like, you asked the question.
I did ask the question, sorry, and I'll get in the way of your answer. Apologies.
Yeah, it's don't let the truth get in the way of a good, well, what did you say? A good answer, good story?
No, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you weren't happy with Deffy when you painted him?
Well, yeah, I would say no. And the reason why is because there's this illusion of what you think looks good. So at the time, for me, it was like, oh man, I wish this looked like this. I wish I could do what that is. And I saw other paint jobs of things, and there were certain blends and highlights and whatever techniques, and it was like, I don't know how to do that. I wish it looked like that, but it looks like this. And so it was this perpetual state of always wanting to look like something different than what it was. So it didn't really matter how good it was, because the good is subjective.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, it's subjective to how you feel. So what you did,
So have I felt that way before? Of course I have.
Yeah,
right? So that's the answer to the question.
So you married your...
best friend, her name is Farah. What?
Oh, I don't know what to say to that now, because that's true.
It's true.
See, right, this is horse, because look, that looks really good. Look at this.
This is horse. I love it. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? What's right with it?
It's okay, look, this is step 2 in a 6-step thing, right? So to judge the process is to not have a complete assessment, right? As you're looking at me with this bruised, clawed.
Do you know what the worst thing is, right? I've probably done a better paint job here than I have here.
Okay, so another tip from Byron. Okay, I remember this. By the way, liquid, eloquent gold, everything he's saying.
I was about to say, let's just face it, majority of tips have come from Byron.
Everything recently, right? Because that's the most impactful thing. And this could have, the Byron could be anyone. It could be the buddy in your gaming store sitting next to you painting at a paint session, and they're just giving you a bunch of tips. And it has such an impact on you that it just propagates how you do stuff.
So then, Byron, would you suggest mixing Mephiston red now with like a lighter
What are
colour.
you saying so, Byron? It's like Byron incarnate.
You literally just said...
Possess my body. He's going to talk for you now.
You literally just said the person in your gaming store is the Byron.
So,
right
okay,
now,
fine.
you're my
First off, we start the day with rock climbing. We're going to do that first, okay? And some push-ups.
Which we didn't do.
Okay, we need to do that.
Oh, no, I was really good. I wanted to do that.
Well, let's do it.
In Washington, we had the chance. It was you.
Was it me?
Yes.
What was me?
It was him.
What was me? I don't know what... To say it was you doesn't explain anything.
I don't really want to go into the gory details, but it was you.
Oh, when you say gory, now I want to know the details.
No, you don't.
You tell me what.
I'll tell you after. Actually, do you know, actually sitting here now, and yes, I've been a bit sloppy on the legs, which I can cover up. I can make that work, can't I? But the actual base... Will you look, please, and acknowledge what I'm trying to tell you?
I thought you were talking to Sean. Okay.
I'm talking to Sean. Sean's doing, you know, important stuff. Look,
Well,
no, do you think that looks okay?
No.
Okay, why?
Because I think it looks better.
No, I don't
than
want
okay.
your opinion now.
It looks better
no,
than
get
okay.
Get back to
it
you.
looks better than
no,
okay.
No,
but you're not interested
no,
in that.
No,
you're interested in there's only one response in your brain that's acceptable.
Right, words aren't going to help
I
you
don't
now, my
like
friend.
it. I love it.
What is a joke?
What is a joke?
Yeah. 50% of the truth. So you said no to see my initial reaction. I reacted poorly, so then you said, I'm going to try and turn this into a positive.
Your reaction was perfect.
No, it was not perfect.
The poor reaction was like the best reaction.
No. So, yeah, no. You think it's bad?
No, I think it looked great. But it's not finished yet.
Do you know what? I don't care what you think. I'm happy with it, and that's the main thing. Okay?
You don't care what I think. Why are you asking me every other brushstroke?
Because I need some validation of what I'm doing is correct. This is so satisfying, cleaning these brushes with the soap.
Right!
Well, I'm doing more of this than I am dry brushing.
And that's all. Does it really matter what we're doing in the end? As long as there's enjoyment, as long as no one's getting hurt. And so it's like,
Why would you be getting hurt with painting?
Exactly,
It's not
because
like
you got to
I'm gonna
caveat
drink
that.
the
If you
pot.
say it doesn't matter what you're doing, as long as you're enjoying yourself, you got to caveat that with as long as no one's getting hurt, okay? Because otherwise,
You're just talking to me.
psychopath is going to be like, well, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to go make this massive paintbrush and just like put a bunch of gore on your face, go with that with the highlight or whatever that is, and then I'll enjoy myself.
Is the muscle memory actually got it in the same place?
It's like a Wolverine. It's 3. It's like a.
Is it?
Yeah. And it does look like a bruise.
This is what happens when you spend too much time with Dave. I'm joking.
Time's a flat circle.
Oh, please. Where did you get that from?
That's Jared's fault.
It is actually. It is Jared's
Well, see, because I would do this long explanation. It was like, you know, time doesn't exist. Time is past, present, future is all happening at the same time.
give me the-
Infinite in all directions. He's like, yeah, time's a flat circle.
Give me the 20-second version.
I like that way better.
Yeah. So we can blame Jared for this, can we?
Hey, blaming people is just another way of saying giving proper credit where it's due. Okay.
It's actually quite true.
Blame.
That is actually, yeah. Do you know what? Sometimes, dude, you can pull out a pot of gold.
Broken clock right twice a day.
100%.
200%?
100%. Actually, let's get back to this, because being here, I do get questioned on my pronunciation of certain words and terminology. And please don't interrupt me.
Did I?
Sorry, that was really hard. And today's subject of such conversation was the word, that's really nice actually, of pitta. So a pitta bread. And these guys are like, say that again? I'm like, pitta. Pita? No, it's not pita. Okay, and we're going to break this down very, very simply right now. So what I'd like you to do is just say the...
I know what you're doing. I know what you're
No.
doing.
Okay, well, okay,
You're
if
trying
you know
to
what-
logic out the pronunciation.
I'm not trying to logic out.
Okay, I'll play your game.
Pronounce.
Okay. Pronounce, yes.
P-I-T.
Pit.
Thank you. Now pronounce T-A.
Ta.
Put them together.
Pita.
No, it's not Peter. How is it? No. It's like Aaron. I actually thought when you were saying somebody's name for about 3 months, I thought you were saying Erin.
I was.
No, you were saying Aaron.
I was saying Aaron.
Aaron? Because I'm from Canada.
That's the Canadian accent. I'm from Canada.
From Canada. I do like that. Actually, there's one saying I actually really like here is pump the brakes here, but whoa.
Pump the
And the
brakes
best
there,
person I've
Ava.
heard say it is Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that kid slays me, bless him. Pump the brakes here, bud.
Okay. right? White. White is our friend.
Red, white, and blue.
See this?
What?
There's color left in the brush.
Whoa, 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 hang on a minute. I don't know much, but I know one thing. Did you clean that bush before you put it in that white?
No.
Well, there's a contamination risk you've got to consider. I would seriously rethink your method. Because I'm trying to save you a pot of, I presume this is, yeah, white scar.
Yeah, I probably did that inefficiently.
Why don't you use the Corax white? Actually, this is quite funny. So, before we start, is this your personal collection of paints?
Yeah, I'll say yes to that. What's happening?
I've shook it, I shouldn't have shook it. No, where's the pot I picked up the other day? I might put it in the bin. It was just flaky. I just opened it and moths came out.
Oh yeah,
brilliant.
It's been a while. It's horrendous.
It was really good. I was like, yes, I'm not the only person who does this. I do like some of the bottles though when they have the little like, mixing bowls in them.
Yes?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Is that what you like? Is that what's cool?
You're not listening to me right now, aren't you?
I'm listening.
No, you're not. What did I say?
You think it's pretty cool? You like it?
About what?
About the mixing bottles.
Touche.
Hey, just because I look like I'm not paying attention, it doesn't mean I'm listening. I love it when you're like doing actions and then you stop moving. Your stop moving is so satisfying. Thank you so much, Kaz. Providing instant happiness.
Don't thank me.
Look at that, okay? So this is, again, this is, how do I articulate this? So the white, so Byron suggested that when you add white to stuff, which is like on the top of the highest, lightest color, so light blue, like this is the light blue underneath the white that's being dry brushed. But when you add the white to only certain areas of it, you don't do too much because it looks like it doesn't matter. The contrast creates focus. It can only be on certain spots where the light hits it, then it looks like a blend because the eye blends it. So what? What's this? What body language? What are you speaking? What are you saying?
Okay. Only now, so basically throughout this whole entire process of layering up the paint using a dry brushing method, is that you only do smaller areas per layer.
The whole time I was saying that. I was saying
When did you say
don't
that?
cover the 100%
Watch
of
this.
the previous.
You did say that, didn't you?
You did multiple times.
Oh,
you don't cover
no,
100%
when
of
did,
the
you
previous
said that right at the
layer.
start, yeah.
Yeah, right at the start.
Why didn't you remind me?
What are we doing right now?
Why, no, well, that's a bit too late
You're
now.
reminding yourself.
I'm 3 layers deep.
Yeah.
And now you choose to tell me. What? Do you remind me while you're my friend? I think you do things on purpose. There is literally no paint in this pot. Ooh, look at this. Oh, no, I just splodged it in the red.
Splodged
This is really watery.
Watery.
Yeah, watery, isn't it?
Okay, so here it is. What's the lighting like? Good?
Good, yeah. Nice. Sick.
I'm not a painter.
What do you want me to
But
do?
the thing is,
Bow or
like,
curtsy?
So when I feel like I am not a painter.
Okay.
I am a dude who paints, if that makes sense. I just paint. So good or bad, right or wrong, it looks like how it looks like. I'm satisfied with it. It felt good to do this. I will do more of it. I think that really is all that matters. What matters more? It's my personal enjoyment doing this. And it's elevated by you being here. Don't get all weird with the warm, fuzzy words that I'm using right now. It's true.
You're still
okay?
talking.
That's true. Yeah, I'm going to get back to painting. All right.
No, okay, on a serious note, that actually looks really, really good. And it looks like something I want to do, I want to be able to achieve.
So, okay, that can be achieved right there. You know what, now that that's a thing, we're just going to put that down for a moment. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put it down for a moment. Okay.
Okay,
so next, here, I would use this one.
I've just mixed a colour. You just sat there and watched me. You have watched me do all of this, using the thing and doing this and doing all this, and now you're telling me to use a different colour.
Did I tell you to use a different color?
We didn't tell me what colour to use in the first place. You're supposed to be helping me. The whole point of this is that you're supposed to be helping me.
Is that the, because here's the thing. People they're good at painting.
Can I use this colour?
They're not necessarily good at instructing, right? Am I an instructor of painting?
Well, those who can't do teach. I'm joking. Teachers are amazing people.
Good thing I can't teach.
Well, you're teaching me. So can I use this colour now, or shall I just ditch this colour and go for that one? What would you do?
Is that a lighter version of the color?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd use that one.
Yeah, and so I don't want to cover, not full coverage, just like the tips.
Yeah.
Yeah? Showing the little funny arm technique you were doing earlier, that was like...
Let me do one part of it, and then you do
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rest.
sure. Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
so
Yeah.
I just want to make sure there's enough. So where's the color there?
Yeah.
This is why we always test in our hand, okay? Okay, because
Is that the reason why?
yeah, we could see the excess paint. If we do this, we see nothing, unless there's a mirror in front of us, and then it's pointless, okay? So yeah, see that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that was a little bit too much in my opinion. So, but if you go up, just get the raised, right? And then you go down this way, just the raised.
It's actually quite good. I mean, serious, it's actually quite good. Okay.
Yeah, it's satisfying, right? It's satisfying seeing the different, yeah. And not too much, it's very subtle, right? Yeah, you go against the texture.
The grain.
You go against the grain, okay? It's constant rebellion, right? Oh, you go this way, I'm going the opposite way. That's what dry brushing is, rebellious.
You are rebellious, aren't you?
I mean, because you say that I am, does that mean I am?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all that matters. So that one, I think you're done. So here, next.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Hey, that's starting to take shape now.
Starting to take shape.
I'm actually like kind of like 25% pleased with this.
Well, it's 25% done, so that's right where it needs to be.
What do you mean 25%? There's like 6 layers of paint on this thing.
Base isn't
This
even
is,
started.
oh, the base.
Look at how much more work I gotta do on this thing.
Exactly, work, you said it. And this is supposed to be some sort of like, you know, enjoyment, everyone comes together.
There's nothing, that's nothing, don't use that.
Please, I want to show this.
Sure, show it off.
This is brilliant. So this is Dave's personal collection of paints, and this is what we have in here. Please, Sean, come closer. Do not be shy. Look at this. I mean, I would use that. Like, to me, there's nothing wrong with that.
Honestly, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'll be right back, because I'm gonna get like a proper color, because this model,
Yeah.
you're doing such a good job on this model. We don't want to like ruin it with all this gummed up paint, right? We want to get some proper paint and like actually like reward your work for it. So we can go get that.
What do you want?
wait.
When you say things like that to me, what do you want?
Why is it always a what do you want?
Because it's always, you always want something.
Well, I want everything. So okay, name it, and I want.
Actually, where you gonna, if you're going to get more paint, do you want to do us a solid favour?
Okay.
Right, I think, as what you said, I think we need the change of water. Right, and give me a drink. I'm really thirsty. Do you want me to do another one? Yeah?
Yes. Hold on. Did you just wash that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to get rid of majority of the water in that brush. In there, before you dip
The
it back in.
moisture.
Yeah, because the more moisture that's in it, and you put paint in it, the water actually brings
Sorry.
it up to bristles, and it gets into the fennel. Fennel.
That bit.
Fennel is like the thing you add to sausages. Okay, so like fennel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the metal bit, right? If
So hang on.
if it gets in there,
Yeah.
where the brush meets it, then it's like done.
Your brush
dead
is done.
brush, dead brush. You don't want that to happen.
This
Right.
bit here. What if
Well,
I've done
that's
that?
on the outside of it. That's not inner. You can wash that out.
Okay, but what if I've already done that? I don't want to publicly admit it.
Well, that's Ryan's brush set, so be careful. False. That's
Don't-
my brush set.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And that's
don't-
why I'm
don't-
using Ryan's.
Don't
Okay.
try and.
You can mess mine up all you want.
No, I
but
can't.
Ryan's.
These are not only great brushes, they're also expensive. Well, you know, you pay for quality. It's one of those, isn't it?
They're priced what they're worth.
Exactly, you pay for quality.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Done.
And I actually will be investing in a set of these because obviously we've used them, you know, in our own time, and they've been really good. Which one am I using, by the way? This one.
Oh wait, hold on.
They've been really good to
Oh,
use.
I'm using mine. You're using Ryan's. We got to switch.
I don't think Ryan will mind.
Did you do this? What is
yeah,
that?
because you've seen me.
Is
What
that-
brush have
what
you seen
is-
me use? So just, okay, explain to me, right, and you can watch this back when I've actually used or picked up that brush. Otherwise, you're trying to blame me for this.
I'm just trying to separate these bristles. I'm not blaming anyone.
You are.
Right? For all we know, Ryan did this.
You're doing your typical implying trick.
My implying trick?
Yeah.
What's the trick?
It's where you imply something and then you know what I'm going to say and you're like, did I say that? Well, no, you didn't, but you implied it. Did I imply it times a flat circle?
You're assuming my potential implication, which doesn't...
Am I using this one now?
What kind of a philosophical question? Are you using that? You're holding it right now. Are you? You tell me. Do you want to use that?
You literally 30 seconds ago said use this one next.
This one is what I said. Okay. It was this one.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's all I wanted you to say.
This one. Let's see how much water.
Get off.
There's way too much water.
No, there's not.
Look how much is left there.
Hang on, wait there.
I can feel it.
No. Get off your hand. Go back. No, get off. Go back onto there and show me all this moisture. Show me this downpour.
What's that right
next to it? That was previously. Go to there right now.
Previously, yeah.
Show me this rainforest.
Previous. Yeah, look at that. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Yes, now you see it, okay? That much extra makes a big difference. When you're dry brushing, too much water means that it's not dry brushing, it's over brushing at that point. But I don't know this stuff. I'm not a painter. It's just what I've heard, so this is regurgitation of that.
You sound like one. Oh, there's always something satisfying about a fresh pot of paint, isn't there?
Fresh pot of paint.
Thank you. Hey, Matt.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay, so this one.
What's this dude?
He's
It's a very good question, actually.
a character going to be made in COcast. So,
I was going to say I don't recognize that.
So this here, let me see what you're doing. Yeah, it's too much.
Too much what?
Too much paint on your dry brush.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm just going to kind of like take it away with these circles that you taught me to do.
Yeah, flat down circle. When you go like this, it unevenly distributes the paint around the brush, so when you're dry brushing...
Where's your model?
You asked me to tell you.
No, where's your model? I'm just asking, where's your model? You might want to paint it.
Oh, okay.
Let me rectify this mistake. I'm well aware of the mistake I've just made. Let me rectify it. Okay, so, as per your instruction, should I use a smaller brush? Now I'm going to a smaller surface area.
Yeah, like the brush you're using is quite large for the size.
So why haven't you told me that?
I literally just told you that to say why haven't I?
Halfway through, once I've been doing what I've been doing, we really need to speak about our relationship at some point.
Our relationship?
Yeah.
You learn this stuff through the doing of it. How did I know to even say that to you until this very moment?
Well, you're quick enough to jump in when I don't want you to jump in, but when I need you to jump in, or when it's relevant you should jump in, you don't jump in.
Cold hands.
Oh, you're freezing.
Yeah, it's cold in here, man.
Yeah, but it's not that cold.
Well,
you're cold.
My body's indicating differently. So
do you think I'm near completion now of this?
Yeah, but I would use a slightly bigger brush. I would use this one. That's what I would do.
Has Ryan got one of these? I don't think he's got one.
I'm holding the one that he's got.
Oh, okay.
So, So I would use this color.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So.
Yeah,
hold on. Do a little more. That's like just to get it in there a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now there's actual color on there. That will be left behind.
Yep. Thank you.
I would go against that. Yeah, you're going with it.
No, I'm going that way. That's against it. That's going with it.
So, all right, here. Let me. Okay, fine.
No,
Fine.
no,
I'll do this. You are doing this, right? There's no right or wrong way. Okay. And breathing over your neck and completely scrutinizing your technique here. Okay.
I'm waiting for it.
Does this make you comfortable? Right here.
Yeah.
I'm probably waiting.
Right. So I'm going against. I'm going against.
No.
So I'm going with it.
Now you are, yeah.
So now I'm going with it. That's not going against it. That's going with it.
That's going with it.
Yeah, that's going against it.
No.
No, don't go against it.
It's not this way or that way. It's up or down against it, right? So it's yes. That's going against it. Like going against the grain.
Just say go sideways. That would have been so much easier. Just literally say, go sideways, guys. Okay. tell me I'm wrong.
You just said it
Look
twice.
me in the eyes and tell me I'm wrong.
You just said it
no,
twice.
No, don't
You
start.
told yourself.
No.
You telling yourself is way more effective than me telling you. What you just said, I agree with. Go sideways. Way better way of saying it.
Just go sideways,
but
guys.
You said it twice, and now I'm adopting what you said.
Just go sideways.
That's it.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, but that's a lot. Like that, you're done now. So do this one now.
Okay.
You're done. Yeah.
Yep.
If you add too much, all the stuff underneath you cover.
No. I will take constructive criticism.
Why are you doing that? Why are you washing it?
Getting rid of the paint that was there previously.
The paint previous is like very close to the paint we're doing now. You don't need to.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I
I'm
was
just
just trying
saying
to
you
be
don't need to. No, there's no right or wrong way. Don't worry about it.
I was just trying to be a
It's all good.
tidy, you know, methodical painter.
Completely wasting time. What are you doing?
I didn't realise we're on a time schedule. You say you're completely wasting time. Since when have we been on this, like, perceived, you know... It's,
Perceived.
Look, this isn't a spaceship launch, okay? This is painting a miniature. Like, it's not timing's a critical. A team on us, 4 minutes, got to be done. Okay?
Say that to some creators who have to get some minis done before whatever date that those minis need to be perfectly...
Which I completely agree with. However, the creators are far from silly and they have a appropriate timeline.
This is a good 2 minutes now after the fact of washing this when you could have just went boom, 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 right?
You live and learn.
It is a waste of time.
You live and learn. And if your instruction would have been clearer from the beginning, then I wouldn't have wasted such time. So really, because you are instructing me and teaching me right now.
Only if you let me.
Bad workman blames his tools.
Bad workman. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very satisfying watching you do that. So,
why would you look so aggressively towards me? You're like, come here, Gaz.
I think we should
Right.
continue us with
I am.
the plans moving forward. Why?
I'm blowing, I'm not saying why. Okay, so actually this is there we go. I have never ever achieved anything as complex as this when it comes to painting.
Wow. Okay, see, that looks good. That looks good because you're going sideways now with it.
Yep.
So if you flip it around especially, okay, that right there, cool, because it pops now. It's not all the same. Contrast creates focus. You just contrasted that, not with contrast paint, not to be confused with contrast paint. The contrast of the popping versus the surrounding color,
Okay.
it adds the focus. So good. It's so good.
Yeah. On a serious note, thank you. I'm being serious. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
I would not have been able to achieve that without you holding my hand through the process, and I'm actually really pleased the way it's turned out. Genuinely.
Oh yeah, like it looks fantastic. Yeah.
I'm happy, and if I'm happy, that's all that matters.
So satisfying.
It is.
It's so satisfying to see that. Oh.
And you know, it wasn't exactly difficult. It was actually easy. I think it's just applying technique, and you know, listen. I should really start watching more videos. Actually, the videos I do like watching. That somebody does. I can't remember who. They're like time-lapse videos where they just speed it up and show the end result. It's to do with dry brushing, so I presume it's...
Many do that though.
Yeah.
So who are you talking about?
Well, luckily there's many to pull from then, isn't there? It doesn't really matter talking about specifics. But no, the main point is there are tutorial videos out there, and I should... This has spurred me on now to... this was just the push that I needed.
Remember to talk about the quality of the models that make them good for driving.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, we'll do that now.
So, Gaz, I love how you're saying this, and I love how you did that with that Gorkog model, because the Ravaged Star minis, they're high detail. There's a lot of stuff happening here, right?
Can I be honest?
Okay.
Right, when I first actually saw the range, I actually thought to myself, me personally, I won't be able to achieve much with these, right?
Too detailed.
Because they're too detailed.
They're too detailed.
But evidence to the contrary.
It's
Okay.
because of the detail.
It's easier to paint.
It's easier to paint.
But I think it is.
That's the flip side of the same argument.
Yep.
Right? Because it's too detailed, it's going to take too long to paint.
No, it's not.
Which is a criticism. However, that could very well be true. Yeah, if there was the same size model of, you know, whatever, and it could be like 20 hours to paint this one thing versus the 12, if it didn't have as much detail, sure, that could be true, right? But you could just dry brush it, use a different method.
Absolutely, exactly.
And
it's about overcoming objection.
It actually adds to
These are
the
really
method as opposed to as a detriment to the method.
These are really easy to dry brush.
They're easy to dry brush. Yeah.
The sculpt
Agreed.
is very prominent in areas, so be able to pick out those raised areas like I have. I don't think I would achieve the same results on a different model that's potentially a little bit more flatter and not as dynamic. But because it is, and there's lots of areas that I'm able to achieve this effect, this is proof in the pudding right now, because I am not a painter.
I guess it's now factually incorrect to say that you are not a painter because you literally just painted a mini, employing methods
I'm a painter.
that painters use to paint minis.
Yeah.
So then what is a painter if not one who puts pigment on plastic? You're a miniature painter.
That's it now. I'm a big boy. I'm a real boy.
Why?
Why? They look really good, actually. Yours looks, yeah, you know how yours looks. There's no point in harping on about yours. You're like, you know, that's really good.
It's very kind of you to say that. Thank you for saying that. That makes me feel good. I don't feel the same way.
Doesn't make me feel good. Do you think I like giving you compliments?
Yeah. Because you give them to me a
No,
lot.
I acknowledge your achievements.
Okay. What do you want? Why are you saying this stuff now?
Why? No, I think that's come up really, really good.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, like we've just mentioned, the sculpt has helped me achieve this, alongside your tuition, tutelage, teaching, instruction, whatever you want to call it. Garbled noise.
Gobbledygook.
Yeah, has helped me. So thank you. Everyone needs a little help now and again. And now I actually genuinely do feel better. I actually like that paint scheme as well.
Do you?
Yep. I think I might address the tone of the blue at the bottom, but the top I'm actually really happy with. So I'm one step closer to achieving my aim, which is having a full, however it's pointed, Gorkog army.
That's your first Gorkog model you painted? On camera?
Yes, sorry, you are right. It's the first Gorkog model I've painted on camera, and it's the first one that I can constructively say I'm making progress in my colour choice. So, all in all, a good, solid win for me. How about you? How do you fit?
I love it when you talk about feelings.
Yeah, because you know it's so awkward for me.
It's just so awkward for you. This is a foreign, humans have feelings. What are those?
What? Should be outlawed. Ban them.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you've watched thus far and just hung out with us, thank you. Please leave your comments if you're wanting to join in on the discussion, whatever it might be. And if you want some of the Ravaged miniatures, they are available in the next Game Found campaign, which launches November 7th at noon. This is 2023 we're talking about. And if you're watching it way after the fact, Pledge Manager would probably be open. So be open. Click on links below, pinned comments, description everywhere. And yeah, join in on the fun, because we're just having fun. Just hanging out, painting minis. That's all it is.
I've had fun.
That's all it needs to be.
I've genuinely had fun.
There's paint on our faces. Well, I can't speak for myself.
Oh no, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. This is a joke. Yeah, this is.
What you just did was unacceptable.
Is it still there?
Yeah. Also, massive shout out to Sean for filming this. Okay, so there's a link to his channel and Instagram below.
Hero.
So check him out too. Okay, Sean is a filmmaker who makes film. So fun factor through his lens. So thank you for doing. Yes, excellent. Okay, here it is.
A filmmaker that makes film.
Yeah, is that not what he is? Like,
if you saw the UK Games Expo video, I helped you with that.
Yes, yeah.
And this
the
has just been a
cosplay,
really fun time.
Right?
Next time, I get to paint.
You get to paint. Okay, deal. Should Sean paint next time? Thumb up, right? Sean paint, thumb up. Yes. That's
I love
my
the way
vote.
he's asking me. I've got a say in this. Yes.
Yes.
Of course. No, Sean, you are a true pioneer of what you do. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
For what you do.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Sean. He's
Cool. I'm going to go end the video.
End the video.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
an amazing guy. True pioneer.
Happy working.